Is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everybody, I'm just getting this started. For some reason I can't start showing my screen.
Hi guys.
I can't start showing my screen for...
I think I fixed it for you, Richard.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, that's it, right, yeah. I think it's because we're both on at the same time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Hi everybody. Welcome to the webinar. There's not many of us here yet, but let's have a big yes if you can hear me. Let's have a big yes in the chat box.
Yep, there's plenty of yeses coming in. Richard looks good.
Okay, great. Good. Wait a couple
of... lots of yeses now.
All right, cool.
Hi everybody.
We've got both myself, which is Richard Fairbank, Chris Jenkins is on the call as well, and Paul O'Keefe. So we've got three of us on here. Now, what we're going to do this week is we're going to cover the new GIF export, and going to take your questions, and we're going to find out whereabouts you're using your banners, your call to actions, and everything. So I'll give it a couple of minutes before I start properly. While
we'll just do it from the same format as usual, I think, Richard, where I'll try and fend off as many questions whilst you're giving demos. If you can stop after 20 minutes again and then take any questions.
This GIF export won't take 20 minutes. So that's all.
Okay, cool.
This week. Cool. I mean, have you got any more? Have you got any questions before we start on that? And then give people time to get in.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions that they want to ask, just fire them into the question box and we'll work through those.
Have we got any coming in?
No, not just yet. Everybody just saying hi.
Okay.
Everybody seems really happy today. That's good.
Okay. Right. Since last week, we've had lots go on behind the scenes in Pixel. Now, a couple of things what we've had done is we're having a lot of our offline scripts built in. It's kind of a offline. It's kind of part of AWS, Amazon Web Services. What it does, you can actually run scripts on it. So to speed up Pixel, to make it much quicker, what we're doing is we're building all our scripts, exports, etc. offline, just to speed up the Pixel app. Now, since last week, I did say that the GIF export was coming last week. Now, we delayed a couple of days because we had a few problems, but it is in now. So we have actually got it working, and it's working well. But the only thing is we're having to build the GIFs offline and deliver them via email. Now, I know that's not ideal, but what we're doing as well is we're going to have a download box built in. So with the GIF export, you'll be able to get them sent directly to your email address, and it'll tell you can either download it from your email or you'll be able to download it from Pixel after about 20 minutes, something like that. Because obviously with building a GIF, it takes a lot of server resources. It takes a lot of time in the back end. It's not an instant, it's not able to be instant delivered like HTML5, the PNG, and the JPEGs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how that works. But a couple of things I do want to say about it first before I start showing you what's what with it is. With the GIF export, I've had a couple of support requests overnight. A lot of people have been trying to kind of build out really, really large HTML5 projects and make them into GIFs. Now, this is never, ever going to work for one reason being, with it being HTML5, you've got multiple slides, multiple graphics, multiple calls to actions, all that kind of stuff, and transitions. When you put that into a GIF format, it just makes it much, much too large. It's some of the GIFs that people have been trying to export have been coming in at like 40 meg and things like that because they the really long animations. So what I'm going to say to you is, if you're going to use GIF exports for like banners and things like that, try and keep the banners, a reasonable size. Otherwise, it's going to clog up your blogs. It's going to slow down your site. So obviously, if you, add a 20 meg GIF onto your site, it's going to cause you some problems. So try and keep them to a, reasonable size. Now, if you're trying to make kind of I think what a lot of people have been trying to do is kind of make an animation type movie out of the GIF. Well, that's not really possible. What I would say for that is to wait till we get the MP4 export. Now, I'm hoping that's going to be ready probably Monday or Tuesday next week. So, you should see that pop in there. So, let me show you how to export your GIFs. Now, when you come across to all your graphics, if you come across to unassociated banners, now if you come to download banners, which is here, now you'll see the GIF export is here. Now you've got obviously your JPEG, your PNG, your HTML5, or your GIF is here. So all you need to do is whatever banner you want to turn into a GIF, is just click that. Now you'll see Pixel work in the background. If it's been able to be done, you'll see this little green box here pop at the bottom, and it says soon you'll receive an email with the GIF download in it. Now, depending on the size of the GIF and depending on the size of the project, like I said, it can take anything from 2 to 15 minutes. When that email comes, you'll see a little download link where you can download directly. Now, also, we're going to have a box at the top here where all your downloads can be found. So if you create a GIF download from a banner, everything's going to be exported into this top box. So that's really it for the GIF exports. As I said, try and keep them to a size that is obviously reasonable. And one thing I did want to talk about today as well is templates. I don't know if anybody's been looking at the template directory. And what we're doing is we've added a load more templates over the last couple of days. And we're trying to speed up the delivery of these templates. Because obviously, the more templates we add in here, the longer it's going to take to load. So if you do find these slowing down over the next couple of days when you're loading these up, we are doing the work on the back end to speed all this up. So you may see this slow down over the next couple of days. So that's it for the GIF export. Everything else that we've added over the last week has been on the back end. So they're not features I can actually show you. What we have coming over the next 7 days is the profile. The profile up, people asking for this. This is the next thing to do after the GIF and MP4 export. So you're going to have the profile added. You're going to be able to change your email, your password, update your profile, everything. We're also updating the login page to make that look a lot better. And we're fixing the overlap section here. So this will allow you to overlap slides. So that's the order that they're going to be updated in. We're going to be adding the GIF box, the MP4 download, the profile, the login page, and then the overlap. Now, as I said last week, we haven't got any webinars for 2 weeks as I'm on holiday. But by the time I get back, we've got some amazing, really amazing additions going to be added in. So I'm hoping by the time that I get back from my holidays, the next webinar, we're going to be able to show you something really, really cool. We've got the heat map being added. Now, what the heat map does, it allows you to see exactly where people are clicking on your banners, where they're leaving your banners, where they're hovering, everything. It's a complete heat map of your banners. It shows you, which slide they're being clicked on, which slide they're leaving on, everything you need to know about the banners. Plus, we're also adding a rotating cube. Now, a lot of people who design HTML5 banners have probably seen these already. Now, what it is, it's a 4-way cube. that you can actually spin round, and you can add different advertisements on each side. So it's amazing for your, for example, your front page of your blogs and things like that. So what it lets you do, it lets you add, for example, your 4 advertisements in one spot, and it kind of makes people interact with them because it's really, I don't know, what's the word? People like to use it because they like to spin it around everything. It'll make people pay much more attention to your ads.
Yeah,
so
they're quite engaging, aren't they, Rich? That's what they are.
I mean, I was playing with one yesterday. And one thing as well with these, I mean, I've had a lot of questions, and obviously on webinars as well, about making these banners mobile responsive. Now, what the programmers are looking at is they're looking at making certain elements of Pixel mobile responsive, and one of these is the cube. So, for example, it's going to use MRAID technology, so you'll be able to add, the cube to your blog, and it'll actually be mobile responsive. So when it's loaded on a mobile phone, you better play it. As long as there's no other element in there at all, it's just a cube. It'll play fine on, it'll be fully responsive to mobiles. So like I say, when I come back from the holidays, I'm hoping, I will be able to show you all those that we've added. So it's pretty exciting stuff that's coming.
Okay. Quick question we've got coming from Nick. When you said before about designing the GIF files and making them a reasonable size, he's saying, what is a reasonable size?
Well, for example, if you've got 10, see how the GIF technology works is if you have 10 slides, what it does, it doesn't actually take those slides and compress them into a zip. It's not possible. So what it does, it takes an image capture of the slide running. So, for example, it may take 3, 4, 5 images, and it'll show the transition of the length of the slides. So if you have 10 slides down there, it'll make the GIF longer and longer and longer. So you're going to end up with a 20 meg GIF. So what you need to do is, if you want a reasonable size GIF that's works well, just put 1 or 2 slides and add the transitions, the animations onto those 2 slides, rather than having multiple slides. More slides you add, the longer it's going to be. If you can keep everything to 1 slide and animate that slide, it's going to be much quicker, and it's not going to slow your site up at all.
Okay, cool.
I mean, if
I don't know if it's possible to. Sorry, Richard. I don't know if it's possible, but we've got Jerry on who said he's been having a problem putting video into a banner. I think he might have spoke to you in support about this already. But is there any chance of you could show how you would put a video in live now or not?
Yeah, that's no problem. Right, into a banner, right? So you're just talking about YouTube?
Well, I think Jerry just confirmed that we are talking about adding a video from YouTube into the banner, but I think that's what you're talking about doing. He's just saying that he's having issues with it. And
what's the issues first before I start, and then I might be able to help better. But I can easily show you that. I mean,
I can't put a video in banner. Richard has been working with me since the 23rd of June. Every time I try to save the video, it won't save. I've sent Richard a video already.
Right, let's. Right, so to add a video, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows this. All you need to do is go insert video. You need to pick up the the little code at the end. So all you do is copy that code from the equals sign, put it into there, and you've got your video in. Now to save it, all you need to do is publish. And you've got your video there. So I mean, I've got a lot on support, and it might actually not been me who's actually dealing with it. It might have been Holly, I'm not sure. So past that point, what's actually the problem? Is it not saving at all? Or hi? I don't know if we've lost Paul.
Sorry, I was talking. I was on mute.
Yeah, it's all right.
Sorry. Yeah, what Jerry said, just what it won't save. Yeah, he said he's having problems with it saving. That's a problem.
Right. Okay. So I mean that's fine. So ask Jerry if he can send me his details, and I'll have a look. It may be that something's clogged. I can't actually remember the spot ticket off my top of my head, but if he sends me his login.
If you have the support ticket, Jerry, and you could drop that into the chat box, that'd be great. If not, if you just raise another one and say that you've been on the webinar.
Or if he just drops ticket number, then I can take a look straight away. And if he's already given me his login details or not, he may have done, he may not.
Okay, we'll see what Jerry comes back with.
Okay. Okay, any more questions?
No, I've answered most of them. There's nothing left now, unless... No, that's cool. Yeah, so if anybody has anything else they're having problems with or they want to take a look at within Pixel, before we move on to how people are using a call to actions, there's one here from Nicholas.
Let me show... I was just going to show people this rotating cube as well, in case,
Cool.
So they can actually see this, what I mean in action. Let me try and find it.
Okay, we've got Nicholas here saying that he has a problem with the reseller sales page. He needs to adapt it to his own language, which your system makes not easy. Can I embed my code in any other homemade page? And if yes, how would I do that?
So so you want to embed which code? Sorry, the thank you code.
It's the sales page. He wants to basically wants to translate the sales page from English probably into French or another language like that.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I mean, if he wants to contact support, I can. It will be unedited copy, but I can give him a copy of the actual copy that was originally wrote for Pixel, so he can translate that into French if he wishes. But obviously then he would need to edit it because obviously there's certain launch things on there that need to take off. But he can do that, that's not a problem. But he can translate the page, that's no worries.
Okay, Nicholas, if you want to just raise a support ticket and we'll look after you on the support for that one. You're saying from WordPress. I don't know what you mean there.
So he wants to add it into WordPress?
Yes.
Right, okay. Now, a lot of people have asked me this as well. I mean, when I buy a reseller's, I never ever use the page directly what the person gives me. The webmaster gives me. What I actually do is I take the elements and I use ClickFunnels and I use WordPress. What I do is I take the page and put it onto, I transfer it bit by bit in elements and text, etc., either into WordPress or into ClickFunnels. And that's fine. Just do exactly the same thing. Just take the page, transfer everything we have on there directly into WordPress, and then translate it from there. That's fine.
Yeah. So you basically just duplicate what is provided to you.
Yeah, that's it. Just
again with it. I mean, I would do the same as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's pointless taking the page as it is. I mean, you want to make it your own. You want to put some of your own graphics in there.
The pages are great for a starting point, I think.
That's all
what people should be using.
Just a building block just to start building out. Building it out. You need to make your own. You don't want to take our page directly as it is and be competing with another 30 people to try and sell access. You want to make it unique to you.
Yeah, if you give it a bit of an angle that has got more of your personality, that'd be better.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Okay, yeah, if you want to carry on, sorry, Richard.
All right, no. I was trying to find HTML5Q so I could show people, but I can't find it now.
Okay.
I'll just let me see if this one. Let's try and look.
Thanks for that, Jerry. Jerry sent in the ticket number now as well.
Right, that's exactly what we're doing with ours. This is what it's going to be. So you're going to like be able to put that either onto your mobile or it's going to go directly onto your website. We're looking at also making it horizontal and vertical, so you can switch it around so it's got like...
So it's a proper cube, yeah.
Yeah. We don't know, that's not a guarantee, is looking at being able to do it, but if we can, we're going to do that. And
we are looking to have the option to have different elements on each of the sides, aren't we? That we can then click upon.
Yeah, each one of these will be a different panel.
So one could be a video, one could be a slide that has just interactive text, and you could have a separate sort of element on every side of this to make it more engaging.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could have an advertisement on each one. Each one could be a call to action. It's going to be, totally interactive. And like I said, as long as you just use this in a mobile banner or a mobile site, you'll be able to make it responsive. So, I mean, what we're doing is we're looking at adding a lot more elements like this that are going to be responsive for for mobile and that.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, any more questions before I carry on?
Nick said, I haven't been able to use the GIF exports because I don't receive the emails containing the download links. I'm using Hotmail. Anybody else have this problem?
No, I think it's probably more than likely Hotmail blocking the deliverability. Now, this is one of the reasons why we're going to have the download section as well. What we've done with the GIF export is we've kind of rolled out the first section of it. The second section of it is being rolled out as we speak. So in the next couple of days, you'll actually see the download box here. So what you'll be able to do is you'll come to all graphics, you'll see a download box, and every GIF export that you export, when it gets sent to your email, it will also be uploaded there. So within 5 to 20 minutes, if you don't download it from the email, you'll also see it up there in the download section. So that'll solve anybody's problems not getting the email. But, I've tested it on multiple emails and it's coming through fine for me. So it just must be Hotmail's blocking it for some reason.
Okay.
Maybe if it's whitelisted, it's the actual email is export@pixal.io. So if you whitelist that email, then...
I think what we should do, Richard, there is put that up into the resources area. We'll put a little note in there that people need to whitelist the export email address, and then people can pick it up from there. I think before you go into the call to action part of it, you're just going to describe about the call to actions and what people should be doing. If anybody would like to just drop in the box what they are actually using the banners for within their business, how are they actually going to be using Pixel? I mean, even if you're not using it yet, what are your plans to do with Pixel? So give us some ideas as to your marketing and the reasons for using Pixel, and then we can probably focus more on, because there's obviously many different ways Pixel can be used. We use it for various things ourselves. So if we can get an idea of what you guys are hoping to use it for and in what angles you're going to use it, it'll help us target the way we actually go through everything on the webinar.
Yeah, I mean, if what we were trying to do is, I look at Pixel as being two options. I mean, when Pixel were first put together, its first idea came together, it was actually going to be a call to action creator. So it kind of evolved into a banner creator, GIF creator, graphic creator. But so what Paul's trying to say is there's two kind of ways to use Pixel. You're either using it for yourself to build banners, etc., or you're using it for clients. And we just wonder, what we're trying to do is we may actually have a survey put out to see, who's using it for what kind of thing. But if you could give us some feedback, like Paul says, that would be great.
Yeah, there's a few coming in already. We've got Kat, who's saying she's wanting to use it mainly to help businesses with their graphics and marketing.
Yeah.
So again, that's just like what you've just said.
Yeah, that's great. The one thing with Pixel is, and if you're using it for example, using it with offline businesses. Now, what I do is, if you're creating your banners, Obviously, if you, for example, we're making some banners for a restaurant, get the logo, etc., make the banners look really nice. And what I would do then is, if you can, when you come to you download your banners, I'd download them in HTML5. I'd have them all online so they can actually see, what the banners look like. Obviously, you can quite easily show them the banners online without them taking them, because it's all the code's hosted on the back end. So for an offline business, I'd kind of offer two services. I'd offer a service where you just kind of build them the graphics, build them the banners and everything else, or offer them another service as well where you hosted the banners for them, you kind of run the campaigns, you split tested and all that kind of stuff. And we are adding, and this is going to be in a couple of weeks, but we are adding an agency type version like we have in Clicks and Kickstart. So you're going to be able to give your clients access to the banners. Now, this is one of the reasons we were, started talking about it, because we want to know if there's enough, call for that to be able to be added. So obviously, if you've got a lot of people using it from, marketing for mainstream businesses, that'd be.
Yeah, I think just to explain a little bit more there, Richard, because some people won't have seen what was in Clicks or what was in our Kickstart software. It was more of it's like a dashboard, isn't it, where you can control it and manage campaigns for your clients, and your clients actually get access to go in and look at the statistics, don't they?
Yeah. So, for example, with Kickstart, you can go in and you could build competitions, surveys, etc., for 10 different clients, and once you've set it up for the client, you could give all those 10 clients different access to the dashboard, but they all get their own separate access. They only see their campaigns, etc. So it makes it much easier. For example, if like we're building banners for offline businesses, to be able to build real campaigns where you can manage their traffic campaigns, because this is what this is as well. I mean, with Pixel, you can manage, your clicks, your split testing, all that kind of stuff, which not a lot of offline businesses do. They don't split test, they don't test the banners, don't see which works best. So it's a great service to offer.
Okay, we've got a few more things here. So Bridget has said, if you could give us ways to use it, we may be getting more ideas for where to use it. I only use it for myself. We've got David says he's using it for banners for himself presently. Walter's using it for e-commerce. We've got Benoit. It's going to help my subscribers with their banners, copywriting, logos, and other graphics. I will now have the time to explore Pixel. Right. What you're saying is good news to me.
Okay, just let's before we read through them all, can we just stop on that one 2 seconds? Yep. Like if you're using Pixel for your own like blogs, you're driving traffic, etc. Now I've been talking obviously to a lot to people who are using it, building the banners, etc. Now if you're building banners for yourself, for your own blogs, own sites, all that kind of stuff. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I mean, I've like I said, I've been building traffic banners, whatever, for 20 years, and I've always found, ugly is best. If you build an ugly banner, it converts much, much better than a really slick, nice looking banner. For most offers, depending on the type of product, definitely in the IM market, but with Pixel, if you can build that type of banner, you can make it really, really jump out at your visitors, because you can add that transitions, your animations, and all that kind of stuff. But if don't try and build really, really slick banners if they're for yourself. Split test it obviously, but if you build something that looks more like a homemade banner, and it's a good call to action, you're going to get a lot better clicks than a really slick looking banner. Now, and as I said, I mean, this, when it was first, when we first had this idea, it was more of a call to action creator than what it's turned into. Now, with HTML5, it can be embedded anywhere on your own blogs, your websites, all that kind of stuff. So what I would suggest doing it for. I mean, using it for if you using it for yourself to drive traffic to your other sites like affiliate offers and all that kind of stuff. He's built some really, really good call to actions. Not just as a banner, just as animated text, an animated image, whatever. They work within the content of the blog as well. So if you've got like a article, and rather than just having a static image in there, animate the image and make it a call to action. You're going to get tons more clicks than just using it as a normal banner. Somebody said they were using it for e-com. Now, I've got...
Yeah, Walter says he's using it for e-com.
I've got a big e-com. I'm good, a lot of e-com traffic. And I'm using I don't know if Walter's uses Shopify, but I'm using the Shopify embed to embed buy buttons directly onto my images of my products. So it kind of cuts out the need. It cuts out of because obviously when you come from a banner from your site to the Shopify site, and you got to look at the product, you got to click add to cart, etc. It's kind of a chain. Some people get lost in that chain. If you have a really good product, that's a strong product, get some nice call to action text about it. You can embed the buy button directly underneath it, so it kind of cuts out that chain. You're jumping directly to the buy button to the cart, so you're kind of like missing one out. So it's making people, you're getting a lot better per buy ratio. So, what's next, Paul?
Yeah. Nick mentioned about, I've already answered him about this, but I'll say it for everybody else. He mentioned that we stated that we were going to put a list together to be made available of advertising networks that accept HTML5. Is this coming soon, any time? I said, yeah, the girls on support are actually working on this, but it's not actually ready just yet, but it won't be too long, I don't think.
What I'm going to mention this, but myself and Paul, we are looking to put together his own network, aren't we? With the script you found that interacts with advertisers. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and make it HTML5 exclusive, so you can, you guys are going to be able to put HTML5 ads in there. And what that'll hook us up with the advertisers, so you kind of may be able to buy them directly from us.
Yeah, we're looking into the actual possibility of setting up a network, our own network that actually accepts on the real basis that we want it to accept HTML5, because there's not a lot out there really. So we want to actually create something that does accept it. So we're looking into this at the moment. It's only in the early stages, obviously, but we are looking into it at the moment.
Yeah, but the list has been put together. It'll probably be done in the next couple of days. So.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, the other one was people asking for ideas and using it themselves, most people.
Okay. Right, so... Okay.
Does anyone else have any other problems that they're having with Pixel at the moment? Anything that they need some help with, to ironing out or anything like that? Everyone seems very happy this week.
Let me. I'll show you a problem a couple of people have been having.
Okay. Well, Vance is also saying, is it possible to show an animated GIF?
To show an animated GIF.
Yeah, is it possible?
You have to download it, go to my email, get it, and everything. All it is just a normal GIF. That's all, just animated.
Okay. What I'll do, Vance, because I'm
going to show.
I've been a bit sidetracked this week. I was going to put together a demonstration of us putting together one of the videos, logo stingers into one of the banner ads. And what I'll also do, I'll do an animated GIF one. So I'll do a few examples to show you of all the different things that we've been doing, and we'll pull them all together on the next webinar. So between now and then, I'll make sure we've got a few examples of everything, so then when we're talking about stuff, we can just show you them. Yeah. Probably a bit easier than that, trying to do it live.
I mean, I'm going to do a tutorial on that, but to create it, then drop it out to me. Email's going to take a little.
Yeah, that'd be great, Rich. But I think if we just talk about them live, I'll create them. I'll create some examples. We'll probably do 4 or 5 different examples of different banners. So we'll do the animated GIF. We'll do integration with videos, and I'll think of a couple of other things. We'll probably do a Shopify button one and a couple of other things just to show people, and we can actually talk them through it live on the webinar. Then they can ask questions while they're looking at it. I think it'd be quite a good thing to do.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Right, what we're going to... this is a problem a couple of people have had, so I'll just show you how to do that. What people have been getting stuck on is like text coming onto the screen. Now, right, let me add some text first. Move this panel out of the way. Now, what I want to say is, whenever you're duplicating a slide, if you duplicate the slide, whatever you have on that slide gets duplicated as well. So, for example, if I set some text up to flying from the left, and it says, if I have that and it comes in from the left, if I duplicate that slide, we'll clone the slide. It automatically keeps those settings, so it keeps coming in from the left. Now, if you just wanted to come in from the left and stay there, you need to make sure, like, for example, these settings are removed. So let's show you what I mean. So now if I had took that out, it would have gone back out, come back in again, but now it just stays there. So whatever you make in a slide and you clone it across, if you don't want those actions, animations, whatever to appear in the second slide, you must kind of turn them off. Now, if you don't want to anything at all to be carried across, you must add a new slide. That adds a completely blank new slide. So basically, whatever you're doing in this one, if you don't want it carried across, don't clone it, add one. But if you do want to clone it and you want to clone some elements and you don't want them elements to be carried across as well, just make sure you switch them off. As I said, that were a couple of tickets I helped with this week. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Cool. And I've been answering most of the questions, Richard, to be honest with you. We just answered one with Jefferson's having problems. So I think I've caught up with all of these questions now.
Right, okay. Well, if there's nothing else to answer, I'm going to cut it short there because I've got my son to pick up from hospital. So
yeah, okay, guys. We'll just give you a couple of minutes. If you've got anything else you want to see live on this week's call, or anything you want us to.
And is there any kind of features anybody would like to see in here? Because we're really open for features. I mean, obviously, like the MP4, the GIF, etc. But people have asked us for them. They've put them in there. We've added them. Everything else. People see anything. Anything else everybody's asking us, we're actually adding in. So, you could, like, obviously opening a parent window, the link URL. So we are really receptive to anybody giving us suggestions what they'd like to see in here. If they're good ideas, we're going to add them in. So anything you'd like to see, just, you can throw it on the webinar now, open a support ticket, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Tom says, so wait for the download to get the new features.
Sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
I don't understand what you mean there, Tom. Can you just elaborate on that a little bit, please?
For the download is only to do with the GIFs. The GIFs get sent into your email to download. That's all. Nothing else. Not quite sure if that's...
Yeah. So, okay. Benoit says, as a French person, I do not have much problems understanding your British accents. I do have certain problems understanding Australian accent. No worry. Okay, thank you for that. It's usually the other way around. We usually get people complaining they can't understand our English accents.
They usually sound like Australians.
So Tom says, I don't see an email for GIF. So this is probably the same as what we were getting from sorry, I can't remember who else it was earlier on the call. We've got a couple of people now saying that the emails are not coming through, even though they've whitelisted the email. I said the best thing to do, Tom, if you could raise a support ticket, I'll drop you a link in the message in a minute. But if you could just raise a support ticket and explaining that you have whitelisted the email and you still can't get them.
You see, the only problem with this is it's not coming through an SMTP, it's coming directly from the server. So, it's different from like us sending through SendGrid or something like that. It's directly coming, it's the server who's sending the email out. So what's obviously happening is, obviously we're also on Liquid Web. So if Hotmail's not accepting emails from us, there's nothing we can do about it, but they are actually coming through. But within the next 4...
Yeah, so I mean, what I would suggest in that case, then, if that's the situation we're at, I think that they need to contact their email providers and tell them that they need to be receiving his emails, even though if they're whitelisting them and still not coming through, it's up to the email provider to actually fix that.
Yeah. I mean, what I will do is I will check the logs and see what's just coming back. But if you give it 24 to 48 hours, the download box will be there anyway, so you'll be able to download them directly from Pixel. Because this is kind of what I was saying earlier, is this is the first rollout of the GIF export. The next section that's coming is the actual download section, but we had to make sure that everything was being created correctly before we were actually putting them up for download. So we added the email first, and then the download box is going to be, as I said, it's going to be on all graphics. Up here at the top, you'll be able to do a drop down, and everything that gets exported as a GIF will be directly there available for download. So like I said, that should be here within the next 24 to 48 hours. It may be even here tonight.
Okay, I'll respond privately to your last question, Tom, in a minute. Ivan Lopez has a good question. It says you run 2 separate Pixel Facebook groups. Can you tell me what's the difference between the two?
All right.
We've got the Pixel app and we've got Pixel buyers, haven't we?
Yeah. The buyers one, the buyers group is for people who purchase Pixel. The other group was a kind of a showcase group just to show people what was coming with Pixel before it actually launched.
Yeah, I think what we should do is we should move everybody from the Pixel app on now, because it was just a showcase group.
Yeah.
I think we should look at doing something with that. Okay, sorry, 2 seconds. Okay, Tom, I'll send you a message in a minute with the email address that you need to whitelist.
It's export@pixel.io, and it's coming from Pixel Export. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do is, so let me book my emails up. I can give you exactly what it's coming, because I did that download, didn't I? Right, sorry. I'm going to see all my emails here, but...
Can I say something on the email real quick?
Yeah, hi Chris.
Can you hear
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, on the email, guys, it says it's coming from the server. One thing that'll really help is if you create a folder in your Hotmail or whatever. It's still not going to be a guarantee, but it will help if you create a certain folder that is for Pixel download or whatever you want to name it, so you know it. And you, if you can get the first email, if you have one and you're just not getting the other, obviously if you don't have one, then then this won't work. But if you get one and you find it like in spam or you find it somewhere, also as well as whitelisting, if you move it to a folder and create a specific folder for it, it will be more apt to go to that folder than anything.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Well, thank you, Chris.
And I know Hotmail's really bad about it.
Right, I just saw all right, it comes, this is the GIF one I just did when I were online. It comes from Pixel support. And the email address is, it's not export, it's export, sorry, it's export@pixel.io. So you can see the time on this one, 30th of July, 15:09 is the one I just did. Because obviously it's in my time zone. Okay, so that's it. Exports@pixel.io, and it comes from Pixel support, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Okay, any more questions?
I think I've caught up with them all again now.
Okay. Is there any more questions before we put them on?
Okay, guys, so if we haven't got any more questions on this one, we're just going to wrap this one up. As usual, we'll put a replay of this into the members area. There's one question just come in now, sorry. Rolando says, it might be cool to see a future new feature of a watermark. That's a great idea.
All right, yeah, to watermark the images, yeah, that could be very good, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that, Rolando. Yeah, we'll look into that, see if it's possible.
Yeah, well, that could be quite easy to do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's, good idea. Okay, guys, so I think if we wrap this one up, like Richard said, there won't be one for the next 2 weeks. There's not a planned one for the next 2 weeks, but I don't know, maybe me and Chris might decide to just throw a little one in if we have anything we want to share with you guys. So keep an eye out for the emails in case there is one that we do plan to throw in. But other than that, the next one will be, what date do you think now, Richard? Do just when you come back?
Well, I come back on the 2nd, so probably 4th, 4th of August. If my Wi-Fi is good, I don't mind doing one while I'm away. But...
Okay, well, let's see. We'll play it by ear on that one. There'll definitely be one on the 4th of August, but we may have one before that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be good to do it then on the 4th, because then we're going to have all these new features to go through.
Yeah. It should be good.
The cube, all the profiles, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be quite a good webinar to be on.
Yeah. Okay, Kat says she got an email from Chris about one on the 19th. Maybe me and Chris might be doing it. The one on the 19th, that was a different one, wasn't it? It wasn't a Pixel training one, that one, I don't think.
Oh, right, no, that's...
No, that's a different...
Yeah, it's another webinar that we're hosting, Kat, but it's not a Pixel one, that one. I mean, you're more than welcome to attend that one. There'll be some good training on that too, but it's not a Pixel one, isn't that? That would probably be quite a long webinar, that one, I think.
Something that I don't know. I don't want to create work for you, Richard. So if it's easy to do, I think it's fairly easy to do. I might have something to help you out with it. But what maybe if everybody, since we have enough people here, might be easier and smoother for the webinar as well. Is there a way to put in either in Pixel or maybe just a separate page or an email address at worst case scenario where we could have them send questions ahead of time so that you kind of already have some stuff to be able to know what the problems are, some of the stuff are, and then that way also if they can't make it, then their problem could be addressed on the webinar or question answered on the webinar, and they could watch the replay.
Yeah, so
I could do that simply. I can set up an email box at the Pixel support address, and then we can advertise that for people. Or just put questions for webinar or something like that, and I'll set up a support, just like an email box where people can send any questions they want.
Yeah.
Would that help?
Yeah.
Would that help? Could you? Well, I'd like to get some feedback. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. Let me know whether that's a good idea and whether y'all will use it or not. Either put yes or no or something in there, so at least we know whether or not it's worth doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Already, Benoit says it's a good suggestion. I think it's a good suggestion. So if you guys would like that, we can set up a mailbox where at any point, if you're using Pixel and you come across a problem and you want to know the answer, just fire it straight into the email box, then we'll pick it up on the next webinar rather than raising a support ticket. We could do it that way.
Yeah, it's really a good idea. Yeah, definitely. I might be able to set something up for Freshdesk actually, because you can do like.
Okay, cool. I could set it up with the Pixel.support address.
Usually if one person has a question, you got 5 more that have the same question. They just haven't been able to ask or whatever else. And instead of, maybe if it's just a feature question or something like that, then that way it'll save you time and support as well as,
Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 people already said it's a great idea, Chris, so we'll do that.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely. Yeah, cool. Okay.
Kat says they're talking about an online page. Otherwise, whatever you guys do. I think what we'll do, Kat, is we'll probably easier just to set up a mailbox to send it to, rather than setting up a page. Because, I don't know. We could do both, I suppose. We could point them both to the same place. Yeah, leave it with us. We'll do something and we'll let you know what we've done. But yeah, we'll probably end up doing both. To be quite honest with you, it's simple to set up a contact question page as well, and just direct it to the same mailbox.
Hey, you can actually maybe set up now that I think about it, maybe it'll make it real simple and just set up a one page comment section and have it. They can just access it inside of the Facebook group, and they just go there. They just go there and put their question in there, and it's not, if it's a quick question, then you can answer it there. If it's not, then obviously you can just say we'll address it on webinar or whatever else.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And we could actually fit that into the back end as well. So the members area, you could put a page in there.
Yeah, you could put it there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, great. Okay.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap this up now. It's been 50 minutes, and I think we've exhausted all the questions that were asked. So thanks again to everybody for turning up. It's great to see you every week when you come in on here. And if you think of any questions, drop them through to us. If you've got any features you want to see added to it, likewise, just let us know about that.
Yep. Nice one. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.